to another video. Grand Rising, good morning. I'm gonna start with the cleansing that I've taught in a different video because I need it. So, and you can watch it in that video if you'd like. I call upon the energies of the north. I call upon the energies of the south. Ground and center myself, deep tree into the ground. I call upon the energies of the east. Kuan Yin, Aphrodite. Their energies are very strong for wind. I call upon the energies of the west. Sakai, Kali, and Theo. I don't know what this person is. I mean, this goddess is, but there's, I think her name's Pei, P-E-I. I don't know, because I haven't looked anything up, but there's a goddess that really rules in Hawaii and over the ocean, over water. And I need to look it up because I always feel like I need to call upon that her energy to cleanse and clear mine, because it's a super powerful and strong female energy, water energy. But okay, so that ties into our lesson. I feel grounded, I feel good. I'm gonna bring this over here because today we are going to learn about the nature of souls and gender within souls. So in the last video, I talked about how the angels were talking to me about how there's 12 souls inside of me, and I think, and I said we're all multifaceted beings, and so I actually think that whenever you ask about specific numbers to the angels, ancestors, or guides, whoever, they can't always, like, sometimes the number, let's say if they say one soul, possible that there's a billion facets within that one soul and constantly growing and learning. So I don't know, it's interesting. But when I sat back and thought about how there's 12 souls and they said there's 4 quadrants and 3 souls within those quadrants, I then went and I was watching a video the other day. So last night, every single night I get a lot of visions and information of what I need to share in my videos, but what I find out the night before is not what I can share in the videos now, because I have to go and look up a lot of stuff about it because I don't know anything about it. But so last night they were telling me about time and how time, like, I was like, I don't get it, you know, all of our lives are happening at the same time, but I clearly remember that life isn't right now, like it was before. So I had to go deeper into that, and I'll do a video on what I found, which is really cool, which is that time is like a tapestry. But I'll tell you, but I mean, that's going to be such a good one. But I haven't really figured it all the way out. So I'm going to share what I found out, which was the leading into that, which was the 12 souls and the 4 quadrants and the 3 souls within those quadrants inside of all of us in this human form right now. So as I kept searching, I found out that the 4 quadrants they were talking about are our 4 bodies, and this is something that we need to know about. This, you know, the big lie that we've been told is that we are just physical. We're just physical people just walking around. But actually, the 4 bodies that we carry is 1, our physical body, 2, our emotional body, 3, our mental body, and 4, our spiritual body. And so our our emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body, they're all immortal. They're immortal. And they're constantly growing, evolving, as I've been saying through, I think, at least 2 videos, that our souls are like a landscape. Our emotional body has its own landscape on top of that, and our mental body has its own landscape as well. Now, the reason why we have to have a physical body and it needs to die is because in this life we do a lot of things that are acts against nature, or they're just what we experience. It cannot, the physical body has to die. There has to be a death of it because we're learning so much through it, but we can't, you just can't keep it. It's just not the same as the other bodies. And when I say that, I want you guys to know that I'm thinking about war. I'm thinking about when we kill people and things like that. Like, I'm talking about like really intense things that we have to do in order to learn. At some point in all of our journeys, we probably have all been through something like that. And so we can't sit around and self-blame and self-hurt and just feel so bad, because we are given the gift from Source of our bodies dying, our physical bodies dying, so that we can continue to learn and grow without it affecting us so much. And so something that I have really found helpful is that you need to work on your emotional bodies and your mental bodies and your spiritual bodies, because they're immortal. And you can't take what happens to your physical body or what you do with your physical body and make it so that it's eternally problematic within your emotional body. And that's something that we do a lot. We, you know, it's so hard for a human to get over something that they've done wrong, or let's say they were a terrible parent, or, you know, something like that, to where inside we feel like, oh my gosh, like I can never get over this. Like you just want to cry all day long. You're just like, oh, what can I do? And we get stuck in that rut. But what the angels want us to know is that you don't have to be stuck in a rut. Every single moment of every single day, you're changing your emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, and they're growing. And whether you're consciously aware of it or not, you are a creator of your reality. And the more that you develop your mental and emotional and spiritual body, the more you can create a reality that makes sense to you, that makes sense for you, and is a part of your most amazing imagination. I feel like when I say these things, they're so big, and that's why I know that there's like little details within that I need to talk about. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to stop this one, and then I'm going to think about how that all fits together, because the tapestry is important. So let me get there 1 second.